Hello my spooky friends, welcome to my channel. If you are new, I'm Sway, and if you're returning, welcome back. Friends, I'm wearing my Johanna Parker apron today because I'm doing some spooky cooking videos. So friends, if you are new, make sure you hit the subscribe button. I've been posting a lot of fall themed little treats, little cooking videos, but now I'm going to switch it over to some Halloween themes. So I'm going to be posting a couple of these throughout the next few weeks. So if you want to follow along, make sure you hit the subscribe button, friends. All right, today's video is gonna be super easy. These are gonna be, I'm calling them spooky cups, and it's only 3 ingredients. I'll put it right here so you guys can see what I purchased. I did buy the ingredients over at Walmart. You can pretty much buy these anywhere. And I am doing a little bit of a shortcut. I'm using pre-made pudding, but you can always make your own, like, using the Jello pudding packets, especially if you're gonna be making a lot for, a big party or for the family or for, the kids' school, whatever. But because I'm only making this just as an example, I bought the little pre-made one. So, all right, friends, let's jump into today's video and get started. Boo! Also, friends, if you have not already checked out, make sure you check out my home tour so you can see everything that how I decorated for Halloween for 2025. All right, let's jump into this video and get started. All right, so this one's actually a really easy one, especially if you're on a time crunch. So again, as I mentioned, I am using the pre-made vanilla pudding. These are the sugar-free, 0 sugar. So because I'm doing this as an example, but if you want to, like I said before, if you want to make more, you certainly can buy the little packets of the Jello, and that will obviously make sure that you are able to make a lot more. But for the purposes of this video, I'm going to be using the pre-made, or you can obviously use the pre-made as well. So, all right, let's dump these in. And yes, I actually bought the food coloring at Walmart as well, but I know that Dollar Tree does carry it too, or some stores do. So definitely check your Dollar Tree, just to save a little bit of money. All right, there we go. Yeah, I should have done this from before. Just use a spoon. Make sure I scoop everything out. And I'm going to use all 4 because I'm going to be making 2 cups. So I figured, why not? All right, now that we have our pudding in, now we're gonna add in our coloring. I'm gonna be using green since I wanna make this into slime, but if you wanna use orange, you certainly can. The packet doesn't, you actually can just mix red and yellow to get an orange. Obviously you can mix and match, but yeah, I'm gonna put this back in the box. Perfect. And then just give it a little mix. Ooh. This looks so much fun, and the kids, honestly, if you wanted to have the kids involved, they could help you. This would be such a fun little activity for them, so they feel like they're part of the experience. Or if you just need to make like 30 of these, like maybe not have them involved, but at least in the beginning, this is a fun little part to look at. So all right, perfect. There we go. All right, perfect. We're literally almost done. So this is what I like about this recipe, is that it's super easy to make. Now we're gonna prepare our cookies or dirt to top them off with. All right, so with these, we are gonna, just gonna use 4. We are gonna take the cream off because we don't need the cream. So we're gonna scrape that off. All right, so let's take this off. Perfect. There you go. Yeah, and then obviously just use as many cookies as you need, because this is only for, I'm only making 2 cups. I'm gonna end up using just 4 cookies. All right, so I'm gonna be super extra here. You don't need a meat, but I'm gonna use it just to help crush things a little faster. But if you have just a regular masher, I think that works too. I'm just being a little extra. There we go. Perfect. All right, now we're gonna prepare our cups. Again, I'm making 2 cups. So I'm calling them the spooky cups. You can use whatever cups you'd like. I did purchase these at Five Below. They were actually $1 each when Halloween first came out. So now let's pour in our slime. Ooh, how spooky. All right, let's just make sure they settle. Even them out. All right, not quite exactly even, but hey, close enough. All right, and then just top them off with a little dirt. Give them that little crunch. There we go. Ooh, and if you really wanted to be extra, I don't have any, but if you wanted to, really go that extra mile, you could add a few little worms on top, gummy worms. There we go. And there you have it. Some spooky slime cups. Again, these were great for the kiddos. So now for the taste test. I can't wait. How exciting. I know my glove ripped, but how exciting. All right, friends, let's go in for the taste test. Look at that. How spooky. Oh, I love this. I love it. I would say probably put it in the freezer for like 10 minutes just to get cold if you really like cold. I usually like cold stuff, so, but otherwise this is really yummy. And you guys saw, super easy to make. So friends, I hope you enjoyed this quick video for Halloween. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to come back. I do post videos every single day. And again, don't forget to check out my brand new Halloween home tour for 2025. So enjoy, my friends. Ciao. I mean, boo.